The final topic of the night, you know it, you love it. It's Anime Dartboard, the segment of the podcast where we all review a pre-selected anime of 350 minutes maximum that has an English dub, and we just have a nice discussion. What we got here was Ah My Goddess, the OVA from 1993. As someone who has read the manga to a good portion of the points, one, I will say that this felt very rushed compared to the manga. It definitely hit on points that I remember from it, but it was like the manga took its time for the characters to get like ingratiated to Belldandy and then the sisters, and it was a bit more of a slow burn. And the fucking OVA was just gas, gas, gas. It just felt like it accelerated through the introduction of the characters and what was happening in the show itself. If what it did more than anything was make me want to reread the manga, though, like it made me want to get my hands on the manga because I certainly enjoyed myself. I watched this early on in the month, so I didn't forget it like we did, like how it happened with pre-tier. But I will say, yeah, I don't know if there is too much to dig into with Oh My Goddess. The character designs are fucking stellar, as you can see on the screen, and to the point where I almost like forgot how fucking good a lot of the character work was in the series. But yeah, it sort of made me nostalgic for a type of like anime and a type of manga they really don't make anymore. This sort of like magical girlfriend genre has sort of like died off, and we haven't seen it like a good amount since the 2000s. It used to be like a pretty popular genre too. So yeah, a bit of a disappointment on that, and made me not just want to check out the old system, but it sort of made me wish that more stuff like this was like made. There's been a real tapering, and I like modern anime, don't get me wrong, but it's a little sad when you come to something from the older school days and you're like, wow, they really genuinely don't make it like this anymore. Not that like the stuff now is bad, or not even like the stuff now isn't as good as it was in the past, but like this specific thing, they don't make this anymore. And I really did get that sort of like vibe with Oh My Goddess. Like this is not something you see anymore. And yeah, so it's like a combination of like mournful regret and nostalgia that sort of permeated my sort of like watching of this series. I'd of course be interested, because everyone was supposed to have watched this. I'm of course interested in what everyone else thought about Oh My Goddess. But yeah, this is also one of those things where it's like another thing, and this is a little bit of a tangent, that they really don't make anymore, is it feels like they don't make any like hyper ecchi series, or at least any of the ones that sound vaguely interesting anymore, because I have been watching my like ecchi watching progression fall off a fucking cliff for like the past 10 years. It used to be like everything was ecchi themed, and now it's just dead. And most of the time it didn't add anything, so I don't feel sad about it. Like, it's not like one of those, what have we lost? But it is a sort of like trend I've noticed, along with, excuse me, a sort of decline of like the magical girlfriend genre. Not that they necessarily coincide. I will say, oh god, what's the one with the girl that's clearly Princess Kaguya and the main character marries it? Under the Moon with You? Did I make that up? Angel Beats is not counted as a romance on Mal. What the fuck? What is Toradora has got to be a romance, surely. Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay. Hold on. This is important to me. But Bakemonogatari is? What the fuck is the criteria for a romance on Mal? Over the Moon. Over the Moon for you. Tonikawa, Over the Moon for you. Yeah, that's the like latest magical girlfriend thing I can think of. It's like a weirdly dying genre, along with like ecchi. It's I don't know, just surprising. Anyway, yeah, what did everyone else think of Oh My Goddess, which you definitely watched like you were supposed to? Yes? Mm-hmm. Fascinating. Uh-huh. You're an insane person. Okay. enough of that. Let's go ahead and move on to the dart. Ba 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 ba. That's Star Wars. I'm gonna actually get copyright for that. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Did it shuffle the third time? Oh well, fuck it. Who cares? Spin. I don't actually think the shuffling matters. Soul Eater not. It was Soul Eater not. What the? I could tell. I could tell based on how fast it was moving that it was Soul Eater not. Oh my gosh darn. What is this about? Oh, who would have ever seen this coming? I hear this is bad, actually. It's actually sort of ironic that Soul Eater Not was what ended up coming up, considering the news that like the next season of Fire Force is like the last season of Fire Force, and people are sort of like upset about it because it means they're doing like 80 chapters and like 13 episodes or 26 episodes or something like that, which sort of seems impossible. But anyway, Soul Eater Not is a Soul Eater spinoff. Oh shit. That was me introducing it. And a side story that takes place 1 year prior to the events of the original Soul Eater. At the Death Weapon Meister Academy, humans born with the power to transform into weapons, and those with the power to wield weapons, Meisters, train to hone their natural talent. The characters of the main series are enrolled in the especially advantaged talents class, where they train to become warriors just as capable of defeating what threats prey on innocent lives or even the entire world. Other students at the DWMA are less talented. Members of the normally overcome target class focus less on being warriors of justice and more on controlling the power so they don't hurt themselves or anyone around them. Sugumi Harudori, a new halberd transforming student, meets Meister Meimei Tatane and Anya Hepburn and quickly grows indecisive about which of the two new friends should be her partner. As they learn to use these abilities and settle in their lives as everyday students, will be far from normal. Yeah, I fucked up the reading there a little bit at the end, but shut the fuck up. This is done by Studio Bones, who didn't Studio Bones do the original Soul Eater also? They did Brotherhood, Hiroaka, Noragami, which is bad, Mob Psycho, which is bad, but it's not their fault, and they did do Soul Eater. That's all I cared about. Oh, they also did the original Full Metal Alchemist. And Bungo Stray Dogs, which is apparently good, but I've never checked out. Let's see, our genres are action, comedy, fantasy, school, 23-minute episodes with 12 episodes, so pretty standard length for a anime. And what do we got here? Our director is Masakazu Hashimoto, who... I was actually hoping I could sort this. Here, sort by that. I wish I could sort by role. That would be most useful. Oh well. Let's see. He did Appara Ranman. Appara Ranman was an anime I tried to watch and I made it about 3 minutes into and then I stopped, which I don't count as dropping because if I don't finish a full episode, I can't mark a full episode and that doesn't count as drop. He did episode 21, that movie 21. That's the Chinese food one. That was apparently a 5 out of 10 Shin-chan movie. He did 23, that's the cactus one. We have encountered this man before. He did episode 25, which was the... I don't remember this one. I don't remember this movie at all. I gave it a 4 though, so it wasn't very good apparently. He did 27. Oh, that was Honeymoon Hurricane. That one was pretty good. And he did 33, which I haven't seen. Haruku, haven't seen it. He did a Detective Layton. And he directed Soul Eater Not. So, why did we encounter him recently? Oh, we encountered him probably recently because of Haruchika, I'm guessing. That's probably why he showed up recently. So anyway, yeah, Soul Eater Not. That is your next project. That is your next thing to watch. Apparently it's on Crunchyroll. I'm sorry about that, everyone. Anyway, yeah, there you go. Enjoy Soul Eater Not. You have until, I don't fucking know, somewhere in March? March 1st. You have until March 1st to watch Soul Eater Not.